Let's bring in economist and policy analyst Kelechi Deka for more on the task ahead, the 7th Director General of the World Trade Organization. Dr. Nkonjo Iweala's appointment is coming at a time where the world now needs to recover economically from the harsh impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. There's the issue of heightened protectionism, where certain countries now have economic policy of restricting imports from others. How daunting a challenge does she have ahead of her?
I think if you listen to her virtual press conference today and the speech she delivered, she highlighted it and made it clear that the challenges are quite daunting and not really from the point of view of the World Trade Organization, because for them to be able to come together and do this election means that they close their ranks. But outside the World Trade Organization, there are a lot of forces that are still being contended. First, the issue of United States and China, the issue of European Union and China, and the issue of China and Australia. These are still trade wars that are ongoing. And secondly, this is a time that she did mention about vaccine nationalism, about the rich countries producing vaccines and making it possible for their own citizenry and trying to shut off the poorer nations. And she, being a member of Gavi and working with COVAX, saying that there's a need to stop vaccine nationalism to see how the world will be able to benefit from vaccines. Thirdly, there's also the issue of how she emerged from Africa. I think looking at externally, the emergence of Biden helped a lot, but because without it, I don't think we'll be where we are there today. But from Africa, you also realize that her emergence from the African continent wasn't that smooth. There were a lot of issues. There were other candidates that the African Union supported and other blocs in Africa supported. But when Nigeria keep on pushing, there are, the signs of a crack within a united Africa appeared, and so many of those countries like Egypt and Kenya had to kind of back down. They didn't back down willingly. So that's also an area Nigeria needs to work to be able to mend the crack within Africa, so that whatever gain we are going to make from after.
Indeed, Mr. Deka. Earlier, you talked about the U.S.-China conflict, and there's apparently the impact it's had on brokering international trade talks. Are you optimistic that with a new president in America, that things are going to change for good and positively impact on our efforts as DG of WTO?
Yeah, I expect the Democrats to do things differently. But, we shouldn't wait. I think it's a kind of cautious optimism. We shouldn't be too, we should kind of temper our expectations, because the issue U.S. had with China wasn't really an issue of Republicans with China. It's America with China. You will understand, you will discover that so many of the Democrats did back President Trump in the war with China, in the trade war with China. What they were against was his method of prosecuting that trade war. That might likely continue, especially with the show of strength that is presently going on within the South China Sea and the issue of Taiwan. But I think that the present American government is more likely to do things, to carry things within the bounds of the rule in the WTO, especially the appellate body that takes decisions there.
We'll have to see how all of this play out and the impact it would have as the world attempts to recover aftermath the shocking implication and impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. We have to leave it there. Economist and policy analyst Kelechi Deka, thank you for talking to us tonight.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.